evening. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the U.S. administration is committed to continue its ironclad alliance with the Philippines. During his courtesy call to President Bongbong Marcos on Friday, March 28, Hegseth shares that U.S. President Donald Trump thinks very fondly of the Philippines and expresses the U.S. commitment to the alliance.
Thinks very fondly of this great country, is very committed to the alliance that we have, to the friendship that we have, the cooperation that we have. And he and I both want to express the ironclad commitment we have to the Mutual Defense Treaty and to the partnership, economically, militarily.
Marcos also expresses his optimism that Hegseth's visit in the country will be extremely productive. He notes the trip's importance in navigating the future, citing complicated geopolitics, especially in the South China Sea.
Your visit to the region, and especially the fact that you have come to the Philippines as your first stop, is a very strong indication and sends a very strong message of the commitment of both our countries to continue to work together to maintain the peace in the Indo-Pacific region within the South China Sea.
Hegseth also met with Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro and U.S. Ambassador Mary Kay Carlson. Hegseth's visit to the Philippines is part of a tour in the Asia-Pacific region as tensions are rising with China. The Manila visit follows months of confrontations between Philippine and Chinese vessels in the West Philippine Sea. In recent years, top U.S. officials have warned that an armed attack against the Philippines in the disputed waterway would invoke the two countries' mutual defense treaty. Beijing claims almost the entirety of the South China Sea, despite an international ruling that its assertion has no merit. Family and supporters of former President Rodrigo Duterte gather on Friday, March 28 to mark his 80th birthday and protest his detention by the International Criminal Court. Duterte is currently under ICC custody in The Hague, Netherlands, over crimes against humanity charges tied to his anti-drug campaign. In Davao City, several supporters clad in green gathered in front of the former president's residence as the clock struck midnight on Friday. His daughter, Vice President Sara Duterte, has been in The Hague for more than 2 weeks, helping assemble his legal team. The Vice President greets her father in a short video message posted on her social media. In her message, the Vice President says she learned resilience and courage from the Duterte patriarch.
My warmest birthday wishes to former President Rodrigo Duterte. I learned resilience and courage in your exigence. Thank you for teaching me the value of education. I wish you love, good health, and happiness. Happy 80th birthday, Papa.
Another of the former president's daughters, Kitty Duterte, and her mother, Hanilet Vansenia, were spotted at The Hague on Wednesday, March 26, to visit him. Former President Duterte was arrested at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport on March 11 and was flown to The Hague hours later. His camp cried persecution, but Malacanang said the government merely complied with its obligations to the International Criminal Police Organization. The palace sends well wishes to former President Rodrigo Duterte as he celebrates his 80th birthday. Palace press officer Claire Castro says they are wishing the former president good health and fortune, which she says Duterte needs. Castro had earlier told the public to wish Duterte a happy birthday, saying that a person celebrating their birthday should be joyful. Duterte is currently detained in The Hague, Netherlands, after the International Criminal Court ordered his arrest for alleged crimes against humanity during his administration's war on drugs. His supporters and critics held activities on Duterte's birthday. According to Castro, the palace cannot stop groups from holding activities or expressing their opinions and sentiments, as these are part of their right to free expression.
Dapat lamang po nating batiin ng happy birthday ang dating Pangulong Duterte. At kung maaari nga po nating kantahan lahat ng happy birthday ang Pangulo. Day to you. Maiksi lang. Happy birthday to you. And of course, we wish more years to come. We also wish good health, good fortune. Kailangan po niya yan.
According to government data, the war on drugs claimed around 6,000 lives, but human rights groups estimate the actual number exceeds 20,000. Duterte appeared before the ICC Pre-Trial Chamber 1 on March 14 for the first time, where judges verified his identity, informed him of the charges against him, and enumerated his rights. His confirmation of charges hearing is set for September 23, 2025. A magnitude 7.7 earthquake rocked central Myanmar and was felt in neighboring Thailand. The U.S. Geological Survey says the tremor hit northwest of the city of Sagaing at a shallow depth on a Friday afternoon, March 28. A 6.4 magnitude aftershock hit the same area minutes later. According to a report by Agence France Presse, chunks of ceilings fell from buildings and roads buckled in Myanmar capital, Naypyidaw. The ground vibrated violently for around half a minute before settling. It caused panic in nearby cities in northern Thailand and down to capital Bangkok. The quake damaged buildings in Bangkok and forced the suspension of some metro and light rail services in the city. Local authorities in Bangkok say a 30-story skyscraper under construction for government offices collapsed, trapping 43 workers. Thai authorities have declared a state of emergency in Bangkok. Eala ended her dream run in the 2025 Miami Open. World number 4 Jessica Pegula outlasted Eala in the semifinal stage of the tournament after a 3-set thriller 7-6, 5-7, 6-3. Despite her loss, Eala was all smiles as she pumped her fists and waved to the gallery filled with Filipino fans. Eala became the toast of the town in Miami after beating 3 Grand Slam champions Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and world number 2 Iga Swiatek the past week on her way to the semifinal, setting the record as the first Filipino to make this deep of run in a WTA 1000 tournament. Following the match, Eala admitted there was disappointment following her loss. However, the Filipina said she chooses to focus on the positive things happening around her. Eala said she has no regrets since she gave everything she had to the match. Meanwhile, Pegula called the Filipina a really good tennis athlete, especially after beating a number of top players in the tournament. Pegula set up a showdown against Aryna Sabalenka, who earlier ousted Jasmine Paolini in a 6-2, 6-2 demolition job. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.